What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and more Dead Man's Hand for you here. Now, previously we looked at the 7. Today we're taking a look at the other 7, which is the more recent movie version of the Magnificent 7. So let's dive right in, because these guys will definitely play a little bit differently than the original list. So when choosing a gang, players select the characters from the list below. No character may be duplicated. If mounted characters are permitted in the scene, then one can have a lasso for free. So basically, it's another list here that's composed of essentially nothing but special characters. So we get Denzel Chisholm, Chris Faraday, Ethan Robichaux, Vincent Horn, Billy Lee, Garcia, and Blood Moon, all with different abilities here. So if we go across the list, Denzel is our leader character, of course. +1 shoot, +1 hand-to-hand. Chris Faraday gives us another +1 to shoot. No combat bonus, though. Only 3 rep, though, and everybody's essentially all these lower rep levels. Does have 2 pistols, though. Ethan is with a repeater. We get quite a few characters here, basically, that all have at least 4 hits and a couple of 5s, so much more durability, too, than a lot of the other lists out there. But also +1 to shoot here and +1 hand-to-hand. Another 3 rep option there. Vincent, repeater, and hand-to-hand weapon, so he gets a bonus there, and he has 5 hits as well. And only 2 rep, although a -1 on shooting, so keep that in mind. Billy's got a pistol and a knife, and no shooting bonus, but actually the best hand-to-hand fighter of the group here with +2. Garcia, 2 pistols as well, just a normal 4-4 here with hits and nerve, only 2 rep, no bonuses. And then finally, Blood Moon just has a bow, and essentially identical on stats. So Ethan, additional +1 shoot value, repeater only for each of the other 7 out of action, so that can actually get pretty nasty. So if we were taking like a full list here, basically he theoretically could have a +6, which is bonkers. Blood Moon, no negative modifier, negative shooting modifier for his opponent's movement. So that's a pretty cool tweak with the bow there. So a good choice to make there too when you're targeting, assuming he's got somebody in range. Go for somebody that normally would maybe be harder to hit because of their movement penalty to you. The bow will just ignore that. So good stuff there. And with Ethan, if we're reading it right too, so he's got that built-in +1. And again, if everybody else died, so +6 there. So we're looking at essentially +7 to hit. So assuming he's the last man standing in a scenario, or like a heads-up kind of competitive game, he should be dropping people left and right, assuming the dice are even decent. Excuse me. Now let's take a look at the cards for these guys. So you seek revenge. Play at any time. Nominate 1 friendly character. This character may immediately move 10 centimeters in any direction. Counts as moving. So it's basically just a quick reposition, get you closer to like optimal range, or essentially like almost like a free duck back, without necessarily burning the whole activation of someone there. So pretty cool ability, and we'll keep characters in the fight longer than the opponent might like to deal with. So, and assuming you haven't activated yet, you get your activation coming up without having burned it again. So yeah, that'll be a frustrating one to deal with at the wrong times for opponents. Queen, I do have an affinity for shiny things. Play at any time during hand-to-hand combat. Your character rolls 2 dice and can choose which one to use. So now we do in the list get, again, several characters with hand-to-hand bonuses. We have 4 of them, and with Billy being the outright best. So certainly we can make our guys that are already great at hand-to-hand even better when we play that card on them. But it also helps just shore up the guys who don't have any built-in hand-to-hand bonuses, letting us roll 2 dice and hopefully beating the opponent. But certainly can be even nastier when we're rolling with our characters who are already good at hand-to-hand. King, this is not going to end well. Play at the beginning of the turn. For the remainder of the turn, all the characters in your faction count as being in substantial cover. So, as if this wasn't already like a very powerful list, because again, nothing but special characters, this is pretty dang strong here. So it doesn't matter where they are; they just count as being in substantial cover, which gives you all kinds of tactical flexibility here. You can be essentially out in the open. You'll still be in substantial cover, so it just lets you really get a fantastic turnoff against the opponent. And maybe one too where if somehow the battle is going against you, having a turn where all your guys are going to have some defensive bonuses too to hopefully stay in the fight and stabilize is huge too. But this is just a stupidly strong card for your force here. And really, if the dice are rolling hot for you as well, and then you guys have all these defensive bonuses, it's already tough to slog through a list like this given how many hits they have. And all their just built-in abilities. This just makes them ridiculously hard to deal with. And then finally, I sense we are bonding at the ace level. Play at the beginning of the turn. For the remainder of the turn, you got an either-or option. Your faction gets +2 to all nerve tests, which is huge. Only one guy has a 5-up, everybody else is 4, or obviously the Denzel's a 2-up. So really, your whole faction more or less can be 2-up saves. Or your opponent gets -2 to all nerve tests, which I think most of the time is going to be the better choice, because really it's going to be hard for you to do bad with this list. So using all your offensive bonuses and strengths and everything that this list brings to bear, forcing your opponent to be at -2 to nerves and hopefully causing a lot of shots to hit that do require the take the damage and the nerve test. Causing them to hopefully fail more of those is just going to pile the damage on. And really, if this list, which is already stupidly strong, really kind of can start steamrolling because of a card like this, the game's going to turn pretty much lopsided pretty quickly. So you got some very strong cards here with this force, especially at the king and ace level. So definitely one where it's going to, I think, force the opponent to reconsider throwing their king and ace out as far as initiative goes, maybe wanting to hold those in their hands as much as possible to counter the 7-player playing these. So all in all, very strong. Not sure. This might even be better than the original 7 as far as just outright strength, and the cards are nice, but you almost don't even need them. These guys are just great across the board. So let us know, guys, if you've picked up the other 7, how you've played them. Have you struggled against any list out there at all? Have you ever played the 7 heads up with the other 7 here? Hit us up in the comments, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll have more faction reviews for you soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.